Okay, so I'm going to give a quick overview here of what has happened with the EA that I started yesterday. With this EA, it should have a good risk-reward ratio, which I'm keeping my losses small and then letting the runners go. So when you do get the run, it's going to really build the account. It'll take out your losses and build the account with the profits that it makes. So we'll see how it works and how everything works out here. US dollar Japan, we'll quickly go over. When I started it, it didn't give a signal, so there was no trade taken. The USD Swiss, it took on a signal here, 2 trades, which failed, and before it went, so not a big deal, small losses. USD CAD, same thing. We had our trigger candle here, small losses though, popped up and took us out. New Zealand USD, as you can see here, it started on this candle here when I started the EA running, and it went based on this one. I should have actually closed these out and not even taken this trade, but I wanted to see how the EA was working, and did anyway. So when it's starting off like this, you don't want to take trades like this. It's just late. You want to see a green candle and then the red candle and go, or vice versa. Red candle and then the green candle. Not an explosive one like this, but red and then the green and then go. So I should have taken these 2 trades, but wanted to see the EA work. Ended up failing, so another 2. We got a entry signal down here about an hour and a bit ago. I closed it off because explosive candles, like I say in the how-to video, try not to take them. They're just too much risk. It just doesn't make sense to take those ones, so I'm going to probably be staying away from those. The pound dollar, as you can see, it took an entry here. Same thing, it went based off of an explosive candle, and the pound USD can really move, and it gives, that's a big risk there. 81 times up by 2, you're looking at 160. So it does use a dynamic stop loss, and as it's coming up and the candles are closing, it moves our stop loss up, which limits our risk. And that's great. So limit the risk that we're exposing ourselves to and let the runners run. So that's the whole purpose of the EA and how to build the account anyway. So let's see how it all works out. So another 2 failed. And then we go to the Aussie, and here we go. We had like same thing here. I started on this candle here. It took the trade, failed. I really shouldn't have. It should have been this trigger candle up here. I should have closed these pendings out. I had more than enough time to, but I wanted to see the EA run. So this candle here actually would have triggered, and it would have actually done quite well on the Aussie dollar if I would have had it running, but it didn't. And then we triggered here. We got the entry candle, placed our buy stop, or the EA placed the buy stop for us. It got triggered, hit the target pretty well right away, and then just continued to run up. So this is really taking out our losses, which is good. And then same with the Euro USD. We had the trigger candle right down here, big push to the downside, and then we had a trigger candle, hit our buy stops, got our entries. It took 8 hours, I think it was about 10 hours before it actually pushed up here and took out the first initial target, which was good, and then we let the runner go. But we actually did come close to getting stopped on this one, because same thing, we've got our initial stop loss here, but then dynamically as it's going, it will move the stop loss up. So at the open of this candle, we close, we open here, our stop gets moved to this part. Same thing, we close, we open, stop gets moved to here, and as you can see, we came down, but we never created a lower low, which is good. So we stayed with a higher low, and then it actually went and pushed and hit our first target, and now we've got the runner. So between these 2 trades has really taken over. The account was at 309 starting, and then it was down to 299. We took our Aussie dollar trade, which made us a bit over the 300 mark, and now we're at 315. So we could, by the time I close these, which I will be closing pretty soon, The account will be around 314, 315, somewhere around here, unless we get a big push up. But I'm probably going to be closing it out before that, and we'll be at about 315, so we're still up about 60 pips. From 309 to 315, yeah, about 60 pips, so that's pretty good. Anyways, there is the EA in a nutshell, and I've got a lot more testing, though, to make sure that everything's working good and that it does really go. And also, let's quickly have a look. I didn't show the DXY here that I got running up. I do have a how-to video on getting this chart set up. It's the US dollar currency index, which is the DXY. I like to keep an eye on this to see what's going on. This is the 4-hour chart, since I've got the EA running on the 4 hours in MT4, so I do keep an eye on this, and I mark it. And there's the red right there, and this was about 8 hours ago. We hit this. We just started coming down during the Asian session there, and then really picked up speed and momentum in the European, and it helped us with those Euro and Aussie trades. So that's the EA in a nutshell. We'll do a lot more testing here, and then I might have it up. I've got probably another month of testing to make sure that everything's working all right before I roll it out to anybody that may want it. Anyways, we will talk to you later. I do have the indicators. I better mark that down too while I'm in this video. I do have the indicators that I show. You've got the strength meter here. You've got your trend report, and it also does your entry, your stop loss, and your targets. You don't have to do the 2 trades that I do with the EA, but I just like preferring that, and that's what I've done for the EA. But for manually, you don't have to. You can do a 1-to-1, or just do just leave the runner and just trail your stop like I did with the EA for the runner. So you got a couple options there for the manual trading. If you do want the manual trading, I'm offering it for $25 a month on a subscription basis. Really cheap. The EA is not going to be much more than that either, as long as it pans out and works out okay, because there's no point on putting anything on the market that's going to just do crappy. So we'll do some testing. I still got to see if the code is going or if I can find any more bugs. But for now, the manual indicators can be done. You get 4 indicators plus the template, and then you can just watch the YouTube videos. You don't need the indicators. Like I said, it's $25 a month subscription basis, and you can email me at sean7725@hotmail.com. I'm not setting up a website for this just because it's just more of a hassle than I need. I like to be sitting here watching the price action, figuring out the EA, and getting the EA going better than worrying about setting up a website and doing a splash page or making it look all pretty. I don't care. So if you're interested in the indicators, give me a shout. This is my email, and I will roll it out. It's a subscription based. EA is going to be subscription based as well. Like I said, you don't need the indicators. You can just watch the YouTube video or the live stream on YouTube, and you're good to go. And you can also see which trades that I'm in as it shows it live, or the EA. But I'll go in and close out trades prior, or I'll just manage it like I'm probably going to do with these ones here. So we'll talk to you guys later.